welcome to today's session. Today we're going to be doing a bit of hamstrings and some arm balances. Just for those who want to give them a try, you don't have to. Please do it. Okay, we're going to come down onto our backs to start. I'm just going to do a little bit of flossing through the nerves. If you have a band, a dressing gown strap will also do. Please grab it. If not, don't worry about it. If anybody wants one of these, let me know and I will put them on the website. So, with your strap attached to your foot, we're just going to bend and flex the foot, point the toes towards your face and then back up towards the sky. We are using the band so that we're getting into ankle as well as doing our wonderful nerve flossing to get those hamstrings working. Just keeping that movement going. Take a breath in here, point the toes up towards the sky. You can drop this leg down if you would like, or you can keep the left foot planted. We're going to take the leg out to the side and then draw it back in. Out to the side and draw it back in. Out to the side, hold, switch hands. So it's the opposite hand holding the band, and we're going to flex and point the toes out in your extended wide leg position. Just take a few more movements here. Let the leg float down towards the ground a bit. Now, if your left hip, your opposite hip, has started to hop up off the ground, you're just going to reorient yourself so that you can bring that hip so that both hips are on the floor. If your leg is planted, it might be a bit easier. Just see how it feels to be there. Otherwise, you're just going to let that leg relax down for 3, 2, 1. Now take it all the way to the other side. So same hand. We're using left hand to take the leg over to the left side. Your left leg will need to be on the ground for this. Taking a bit more movement here. If you want to bring the foot towards your face a bit, using that strap, just change your hand position. You know how to do it. Then bringing everything back into centre. Take the band off your foot. We're just going to take some circles through the hip. One way and then the other. And then we're going to switch legs. And depending on how you feel, you keep your foot down or you extend it long. Whatever feels good, just point and flex, point and flex, point and flex to get into those hamstrings. We're going to do a little bit of shoulder work before we sit up as well. Okay, then flex your foot towards the face, let that leg be nice and heavy, maybe the foot's planted, maybe it's long, whatever feels good here. Let that leg just relax out to the side. We're not adding any tension here. This is just warming up through our hip, warming up through our hamstrings. Then bringing it back up to centre, using your opposite hand. Opposite hand. Opposite hand. You're going to take it all the way across. Maybe you want to bring it towards your face a little bit more, just feeling that stretch into your hip and all the way down into your hamstring. Taking a nice breath in here. Make sure that your shoulder is still on the ground. So your left shoulder is still on the ground. If it isn't, take the foot higher. You'll know. Then bringing that back to centre. You're going to take those circles, one way and then the other. And then before we sit up, I want you to plant both your feet down onto the ground. You're going to put your band away for a breath. We're going to do cactus arms or robot arms. I'm just going to move down a bit because otherwise I'm going to hit the wall. You're going to keep your elbows down onto the ground. The back of your hands are going to stay on the ground. And we're going to lift our hands up towards the sky. When you get to the top, I want you to tuck your tailbone. So the gap that you saw underneath here, is going to disappear. Now, keep your tailbone lifted. You're going to drag your elbows back down to the line of your shoulder. So try not to go too far past the line of your shoulder to start with. Keeping that tailbone tucked, we're going to reach up and then bring everything down. This time we're going to take them a little bit further. You might find one of them, it's usually this one for me, wants to hop up. See if you can keep it down. The further down towards your hips you go, the harder it's going to be to keep the back of your hand and your wrist on the floor. So if you get to a point where this happens, and by this I mean your wrist is miles off the ground, then you're going to take your elbows back a bit higher so we can keep the back of the hand on the ground. Take it all the way up and then all the way back down. All the way up, all the way back down. Notice I'm still keeping my tailbone tucked. Now this time, as you come down, you will feel your shoulder blades squeezing together. We're not adding tension here, not to the shoulder blades. I want you to add it to the back of your hands. So I want you to press the back of your hands and your elbows down into the ground as hard as you can whilst keeping that tailbone lifting up towards the sky. So keep your low back on the ground. Now release everything. Let your tailbone tuck. Maybe it takes a couple of movements here. Then we're going to tuck it back under. You're going to drive those arms into the ground and see if you can bring your elbows closer to your hips, but keeping those hands on the ground. My right one now wants to hop up and I'm trying really hard to stop it. Ugh. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Let it go. Oh, bring both arms up overhead. We're going to do the same in this position. So notice I've let my tailbone go, which means I've got a massive gap underneath my lower back at the moment. We're going to tuck tailbone under and we're going to drive the back of the hands and the whatever's touching the floor, which should be just up to wrist height. You might find your whole arm is on the floor and good for you. And I genuinely mean that, really good for you. If not, if you're finding that your elbows are slightly bent, that's absolutely fine. We're just going to keep pressing, but keeping that tailbone tucked. If you can, try and reach towards the sky. Not the sky, the back of the room. Keep it pressing, keep it pressing, keep it pressing. Oh, and then let it go. I had to take my hair out for that. We're going to take some movement through the spine here. It's going to be very important. You are going to rock and roll and rock and roll. Whoever got cramp down the middle part of their spine, this will help to ease that off. We're going to come onto our hands and knees, because the rock and roll and all the rest of it made my hair come out. And put that back in, and we're going to take some movement into our cat-cow position. From here, we're going to find some stillness in our tabletop. We're going to do 3 scapular presses. Now, scapular presses are kind of hard to find, but you need to practice, because honestly, it's one of the best movements you can do for your upper body. Pressing the ground away. The only way I can describe this, and the way that most people eventually get it when they understand the movement, keep your elbows locked. Imagine that there's a stick going from the floor to your shoulder, and it's literally keeping your shoulders up in place. Then you're going to drop your chest down in between your hands. What I see most commonly is people get to here and then they just stop going. I want you to take a breath if this is where you are, and I want you to imagine that someone's put a weight on your back, and you're going to let that weight press your chest down towards the ground. You can't move your arms. So in this analogy, you've got a big weight on your back, and we're starting to feel our shoulder blades. You're going to see if you can send your shoulders down towards your hips. This is really complicated. And then we're going to shrug the shoulders up towards the ears, but we're staying in this depressed position. This is scapular depression. Those are science words. Now take the shoulder blades back down towards your bum. You're going to end up lifting your tailbone and your chest is going to come forward. We're pulling the hands back towards your knees. On your exhale, you're going to release and let everything go. You might feel a little bit of release of tension in the traps, these bits, the bits that usually live in your ears. And then exhale, we're going to drop down. Once again, imagine that big weight. Someone's put the washing basket or whatever the thing is on your back and you can't move your arms. The only way you can go is your chest needs to go down towards the ground. And you should feel your shoulder blades come together. We're going to squeeze those shoulders up towards the ears. If you get cramped, don't worry about it. And now you're going to take your shoulders back and down. Within this depressed position, you should feel like a massage down your rhomboids, the bit that's right in between your shoulder blades. Take them as far as you can. We're going to press up from here. And then you're going to find downward facing dog. If anyone got really bad cramp when they were doing that, take a couple of spinal rolls like we did a moment ago. If not, we're going to come to our down dog and let everything be heavy. Pedal your dog out if that feels good. And then we're going to tuck the tailbone under. You're going to round through the spine, tuck chin towards chest, nose towards belly button. And let your chest come forward, knees drop. Inhale, upward facing dog. We're going to do something kind of similar here, just to more get into that upper back and those shoulders. So here, notice how far my shoulder is away from my ears. This is quite close. This is very far away. But here, my chest is lifted and I'm pressing my chest towards the front of the room. Think boobs to the wall. Take another breath in here and then tuck your chin towards your chest. We're going to roll the spine back. We've done this before. Again, it's a hard movement to find. We're sending everything back to child's pose and then we're lifting up to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward. This time, exhale as you drop your hips. I want your tailbone to drop first. So think pelvic bone to the floor. Squeeze your glutes when you get here. And now think belly button towards the front of the room. Lifting the chest, lifting the chin, upward facing dog. Take a breath as you look over your left shoulder. Take an inhale as you come back to center. Press the ground away more. Take an exhale as you look over your right shoulder. Bring your chest back to center. Exhale, tuck chin towards chest. Press the ground away. Upper body should be screaming at this moment. And then exhale, find your down dog. Pedal out your dog. We're going to take baby steps to the top of your mat. Getting back into those hammies. We were strengthening the upper body, so when we put some pressure onto it, when we do our balances, inhale as you half lift and then fold belly and thighs. We have got a little bit of warm-up done through the shoulder. By a little bit, I mean quite a lot. Okay, from here, we're going to work on some compression strength. So, you can use your band, you can use a block, you can go crazy and use nothing at all. Whatever you're doing, you can also use a towel. We're going to pop something between our belly and thighs. This is a cue to your body. You're going to let everything be heavy. Maybe you find ragdoll position. Ooh, just let everything be nice and heavy. Then we're going to start to bounce. Mainly because I like doing it. And also because it's a further nerve floss. So just bounce, 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 bounce. Let your head be heavy. Keeping whatever you've got between your belly and thighs in place. You're going to lift your hips as high as you can. And then drop them down so that your chest comes forward. This block, towel, whatever it is still in place, and we're feeling that it's being squeezed together. As you exhale, lift the hips. I want you to come to like a 7 out of 10 stretch here. Now, I want you to squeeze your belly and thighs together and lift your hips up a little bit more. Let it go. Squeeze belly and thighs together, lift your hips. Let it go. Squeeze belly and thighs together, let it go. We're going to sit all the way down. You can take your block out, it's fine. And we're going to see if, in this seated position, we're going to do the exact same thing, single leg. So, keeping your belly and thighs connected, you're going to lift your leg up towards the sky and then drop it down. Lift it up, drop it down, lift it up, hold it. Now try and squeeze the block, towel, whatever the thing is, into your chest. You should get cramp in your quad. Let it go. Wiggle. Ugh. Bring it back in. Other side. Lift it up and down. Chest forward, up and down. Chest forward, up and down. Chest forward, up and hold. Chest forward, chest forward, chest forward. Lift up, 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 up. Feel the cramp and let it go. Woo. Coming back onto your downward facing dog. We're going to pedal out our dog and we're going to take those baby steps a little bit slower. So I want you to feel what you're feeling when you walk forward. Put your foot all the way down and then maybe take a bit of rocking movement into your hamstring. So, little gentle movement forward and back. Place the foot. Little gentle movement forward and back. Place the foot. Gentle movement forward and back. Place the foot. Gentle movement forward and back. Lift your tailbone to the back of the room. Lift the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And then exhale, plant the foot. Step your right foot to the back of the room and find your runner's lunge. We're going to work a little bit on your ankles, just because we're here and we might as well. So, in your runner's lunge, I want you to think that someone's trying to pull your knee forward. We're going to keep our heel glued to the floor as we lengthen that chest forward. Feel that nice stretch into your Achilles. And then on your exhale, you're going to round the spine. We're going to lengthen through the leg. You're going to step your back foot so that it's about 1/2 foot distance between your front and your back foot. And then you're going to bend into that back leg. And then straighten. Find your pyramid pose. Yes, this is a balance. Yes, you'll be all over the shop. And yes, that's fine. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take everything down towards the ground. But what I don't want you to do is this. Back bend. Yuck. Tuck the tailbone. Find your pelvic floor. So do that zip up from the base of your coccyx all the way to your belly button. And then we're going to use that strength in the lower part of the body to lift your chest up towards the sky. Notice the difference. Taking a breath in here, the arms come away from the body. You will need to find a spot on the floor as we forward fold in our pyramid pose. Taking a breath in here. Exhale. Bend that knee. Step it back into your lunge position. Now we're going to do a little drill to give you an idea of where you're going. You are going to glue your knee to the back of your tricep and we're going to pick the foot up and put it down. Pick it up, put it down, pick it up, lean forward, send it up and back to find three-legged dog. Drop that foot down onto your mat, take an inhale, slide the body forward, drop the knees, untuck the toes. The hips come forward as we find our upward facing dog. Take a breath in here, and then exhale, find downward facing dog. Same again, we're going to step forward. Now, whichever foot you want to step forward with, you're going to go back and you're going to step forward with the other one. Because that's usually the cue of, oh, have I just done this side? Yeah, you have. Okay, so same again, just moving gently into your foot as you plant each foot down onto the ground. And last one, and then both of them, big step back with your left foot and work into your runner's lunge here, so gluing that heel down onto the mat, send that knee as far forward as you can, keeping that heel glued to the ground. And then step your back foot a foot or so from your front foot, bend into that knee, feel that hamstring stretch, different position, different stretch. Inhale, come back, rise all the way up. What my yoga teacher used to say, don't let your feet salsa. If they do, they do. Don't worry about it. This time, we are going to interlace the fingers, draw the shoulders back and down, reorient your fingers so that they are, feels like you're holding someone else's hand. By this point, I don't feel like that because I do this a lot. So we're going to roll the shoulders back and down, but many people do, and when you first start out, it does feel like that. Do that pelvic floor up, chest lifts. We're going to lift up towards the sky, and then forward fold. Find that point of balance on your mat, straighten your leg, if your leg bent like mine just did. Plant the hands, step that left foot back, glue your knee to your tricep, lift up and put the foot down. Lift up and put the foot down. Lift up and put the foot down. Bring in both feet to the back of your mat, send it back and find your downward facing dog. Right, we're going to try, you can do, we're going to go headstand first of all, and we're going to try and see if we can go from headstand to a single leg crow. If you are still working your crow position, cool, we're going to come into our crow from here, do whatever feels good. Maybe you can see if you can hop your knees up towards your armpits to find a crane position. We've done some compression work, so that should be a little bit more easy to find. So if you're here, oops, you're going to see if you can do that. See how that feels. We are going to go into headstand because I find single leg crow slightly easier to find from headstand. If you want to try it from the ground, you absolutely can. We're going to do exactly the same. Come into your crow. You need to move your weight and then lean forward more and send that leg up and back. That's why I find it easier to get there from headstand, because most people lose it when they have to shift the weight forward. You feel like you're going to face plant the floor, which you probably will, not going to lie. I've done it many times. When you're first starting out, that's just how you earn your single leg crow. If it's cool, probably means that you've had to hit your face on something. Okay, but if we go into headstand, you can draw your knee to your elbow and then look forward, and you seem to be just in the right place. Now, one thing I want you to think about when you are doing this work, when you're trying to lift your head up, it's not lift your head up. I'm not trying to take my head out of the equation. I'm actually sending my extended leg up towards the sky. That is a tilt of my body. It's not a lift of my head. Lifting my head's hard. Tilting the body means that the lever, my body's doing the work. Like, it's not press. I'm not pressing the ground away. So, one more time. And if you want to just practice going from your crow to your headstand and back, cool. Let's try it on the other side. So here, send the leg up and back, and that will lift you. See how you go. I'm going to leave you to play with your crow positions. If you want some stretches just to soften you off after you've played, you're going to bring your hands behind you, roll the shoulders back and down, just gently lifting the head, tucking the chin, lifting the head, tucking the chin, rolling through those shoulders, and you'll be fine. Good to go. So, thank you for joining me on this session. I hope you had fun. I hope you tried something that you have never done. And if for nothing else, your hip flexors will be stronger, your hamstrings will be longer, your shoulders hopefully have come down away from your ears. So, until next time, I hope, as always, the rest of your day is filled with magic and sunshine and things that taste good and things that smell nice and things that make you feel incredible. Until next time.